In today's video, we will make phrasal verbs with the verb ask. Let's write the phrasal verb ask. A-S-K. If you look at the meaning of this this verb, it means to want to know. Understood? The meaning of it is to, to verb. The meaning of this verb is to want to know, by asking, isn't it? To want to know something or someone. Understood? Or is be someone. Or to inquire. E-N-Q-U-I-R-E. Inquire. Understood? If you inquire about something, about someone, that is also called to ask. Understood? So I hope you understood the meaning of the verb ask. Okay. So if you want to make phrasal verbs with the verb ask, we can make phrasal verbs with just you add after you add out with ask. Okay. Number two, you can write ask, ask in, and the first is ask out. Understood? Then you can write ask out, ask in, ask back. Okay. Then you can write ask out, ask in, ask back. Then these three. First of all, ask out. If you are asking someone out, it means you are just, what the meaning of ask someone out is, just when you want someone to go on a date with you. Understood? Then you ask that particular person out. In America, suppose if a boy likes a girl. Understood? He is actually willing to make the girl go with him on a date. Understood? Then he may request the girl to go on a date with him. Understood? So the intention, you need to have courage to ask someone out on a date with you. Understood? So to ask out means to request someone to go out, to go on a date. Understood? To go on a date, or if you are dating, to date someone, is be. Understood? On a date with somebody, or to date someone. Then if you ask someone out to a particular place, you can tell him to go to a place with you. Understood? Actually, Jack loves Helen. Okay, and Jack gathered the courage to ask Helen out to a restaurant. Is that clear? Or finally, Jack succeeded in asking Helen out on a date. Is that clear? To ask her out. To ask Helen out. Is that clear? That's how you can write ask someone out on a date. So, if you ask someone in, suppose to tell someone, to tell somebody, SB, somebody, to enter your house. Okay. If you want somebody to enter your house, you can say Ask him. Suppose your friend has come to your house and he remains standing outside the door. And then suddenly you saw. Why have you kept him standing outside the door? Why don't you ask him in? Why don't you allow him to come in? Means to allow somebody, understood? Somebody to come inside. Understood? Either for a talk or a cup of tea. Understood now? Is that clear? You asked him in for a cup of tea. Do you get it? Got it? I hope you have understood this too. Ask someone out, ask in, you have got. Okay. Ask over. Clear? So, when you use ask back, suppose if someone is called back, to call someone back, understood? Or he has been asked back, he has been told to come back, to return. Like, I interviewed, understood, a candidate, and I saw some positive qualities. Initially, I thought that I would not select him, but I decided to talk to other employees in the office, and all of them agreed, understood, to call him back. It means to ask back. It is because he has some qualities that has impressed, understood. Maybe he doesn't have some practical knowledge. Maybe he will work as a fresher, but certain qualities actually convince the boss to call that particular boy back. It means to ask him back. Got it? So, in the same way, if you ask someone over, understood? If you ask someone over, it means, ask somebody over means when you ask somebody over, it means you invite someone. Invite somebody for to come to your house. Ask somebody over means, if you ask somebody over, it means you want him to come to your house for a cup of tea, for talk with you, for discussion. Understood? That's how somebody can come to your house. Is that clear now? Huh? So, here I want to tell you around. Around, what does it mean? Around means everywhere. Do you get it? Ask around, it means if you ask around, suppose you have lost your bag, your purse, okay, and you are not getting it. You are going here and there in search of the bag. Oh my God, what will happen? So if you are asking around, if you ask everybody in a place, one of them might know whether the bag fell from your pocket or not, or whether you have lost it, or you by mistake you left it somewhere. And that's clear. That's how, if you ask around to see if somebody has got that particular bag or not, it means to ask a number of people, a large number of people, understood? To ask a number of people for information about something, about somebody or something. Is that clear? Got me what I'm saying? I hope you have understood all this. Is that clear? So, if you ask around, why don't you? Let's suppose if you have lost your bag and you have come back to your house and you are saying, Papa, I have lost my bag. Why don't you ask around to know whether somebody has got your bag or not? Why have you come home without asking around? You go and ask around to see whether somebody has got your bag or not. Is that clear now? So, I hope you have understood what is ask around. Then come to you have got ask around, ask in, ask out, and one you can write. So what have you got? Ask around, ask back, ask in, ask around, ask back, ask over, ask in, ask out, and I think all of them is almost completed. It means 5 of them have been discussed, and I think we have got over. It means completed. Means when you invite someone, okay, and when you ask someone in to allow somebody to enter into your house. When you ask someone out, you take someone to go on a date with you, and when you ask over means you invite someone to come to your house, okay, and then you can write ask after. Ask, ask after. If you add after, it means you inquire about someone, you talk, you want to know about somebody or somebody's well-being. Well-being. It means you want to know whether somebody is happy or how somebody is. If you are willing to know. Suppose whenever we go to station, whenever we, whenever, when, oh sorry, whenever you go to your grandfather's house, okay, whenever you go to your grandfather's house, understood, he asks, whenever you go to he asks after he asks after his grandson's grandson. He asks after his grandson means when he wants to know how his grandson is. Understood? He asks after his grandson's health. If he asks about after his grandson's health, it means he wants to know how his grandson is. Is that clear? So you have got this, and now finally I will only discuss another one, last but not the least. You got ask. Number 7, ask about. To know about something, to know something about, to know something about somebody and something. Understood? To want to know To want to know, you can say. To ask to know, to want to know. Understood? To want to know means you want to know. Clear? To want to know about somebody or something. If you want to know about somebody or something, you ask about that particular. Like, I called Tom today to ask about the plans. Means what we will do. If you have plans to do something, or if you're willing to go outside, or if you have a plan to play football together, so I called him, understood, or I want him to come to my house to ask about what I'll do, understood, tomorrow, whether he will play what, the match or not, whether he will play football with us or not. Is that clear? So that's how we have completed, I think. I hope you have understood. Clear? So you have understood the phrasal verb with ask. Okay. If you have understood the phrasal verb with ask, I am sure that you have learned something. So it's very easy for us to understand, and I hope you have understood how to use phrasal verbs, or how to make phrasal verbs with the verb ask. Okay, I hope you have understood. If you have still left something, or if you are still mm, have some like questions regarding this phrasal verbs that I taught you, you feel free to ask me. Understood? I have. You feel free to ask me whenever you want. By the way, I'm sure this class might have benefited you. If you think that you have learned something from this class, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you have liked it, don't forget to give me a like. Bye.